Hey guys, Shadows, and today we're doing something a little bit different. I know I haven't uploaded in a while. I've been busy, but today we're doing something a little bit different. I'm telling you guys about all what the update is because there is an update today. It's a 1.8.2 bug fix update, and I'm going to tell you guys what is included in that update and what the fixes will be. So, hope you guys enjoy, and we're going to get started. Alright, so the changes and additions that have been added to this bug fix update is they added an option to clear the quick select bar in the creative interface. So what that pretty much means is if your hotbar or interface bar is too full, you can just press X and everything will be emptied out. Added an option to enable or disable bedrock fog and set to off by default. Not quite sure what that is, haven't tested it out yet. Added an option to toggle the HUD off and on, which is like how you guys saw my two custom map videos. If you guys saw those, I didn't have a HUD, like you couldn't see any of the buttons or my hand or the interface bar. You don't have to glitch that now. You can actually do it normally. Added an option to turn the player hand on and off. It's pretty much the same thing, but you can't see his hand. Added a crafting recipe for golden apples and pumpkin seeds, so you can craft those now. Made cakes stackable, which is pretty good, and added a how-to play page for host and player options. Okay, so that was pretty much just what was added. Now we're going over the fixes. Fix for a problem with signs in online games causing crashes. Fix for save renaming, deleting the wrong save due to input received during the confirmation flow. Which actually, that was got me very annoyed, because on a city map me and my friend were working on for a long time, I was trying to delete an old map, and then when I went to delete right before it like scrolled down onto the city map and then deleted that because I wasn't paying attention. That was not good, so I'm glad they fixed that. Fix to the mob generation code to increase the number of animals on the world. That is good because there hasn't been that many animals. Fix for chests being incorrectly lit and rotating for maps from previous versions. Not quite sure what that is. I haven't come up with that problem yet. Fix for problem with the eating animation being shown for players who weren't eating. I think my friend has got that before, but that's pretty much... Actually, no, I'm not quite sure what that is. Okay, we're just gonna keep going. Fix, where is it? Oh, sorry guys. Fix for problem with chest lids not behaving properly. That is my friend's chest. Me and my friend's chest, when we were working on like in our custom maps and stuff, the chest, they got stuck open. That was kind of annoying. Fix for some sounds not playing when the player has an empty hand. That's good. They fixed lever sounds, fixed fence gate sounds. Fix for split screen players sometimes having their settings zeroed. Not sure what that is. Fix for being damaged while flying over lava. That is interesting because when you fly, before this update, when you fly over lava, you don't have to be touching it, but it catches you on fire. So it's sometimes annoying when you're in creative mode, but all I have to do is just go away and then that's it. Fix to stop lava, milk, and water buckets being empty after use in creative mode. That is one I've been waiting for. I was happy that they added this in. Because if you're on creative mode and you're adding water down, if you want to add multiples, you had to continuously keep emptying your buckets and then getting new buckets. But in this, it's just one bucket to do it all, which is good. Fix for leader of the pack achievement being awarded incorrectly. That was pretty funny because when I first got the game, that was the first achievement I got because I did nothing. I just started the game up and got it, which is pretty interesting. Fix for leaderboard stats issue where value stored was incorrect. Fix for hitbox problems with glass panes in iron fence. I remember that. That was kind of annoying. Fix for small character display changing color to green. Fix for map rendering incorrectly in some situations with clouds disabled. Fix for block rendering problems at the edge of the map. I'm having trouble saying fix now. Fix for split screen players not being able to mine in the tutorial. I never really used the tutorial world, so I'm not quite sure what that is for. I would explain if I knew it, but I never used the world, so I'm sorry guys. Fix for players not being able to sprint/fly in the creative mode if you have previously in survival mode with low food bar. I haven't gotten that problem. I'm sure some of you guys have. Fix for air damage not being ignored when PvP is turned off. Actually, never tested that out, and I never ran into that one. Fix for activated pressure plates not working correctly. Fix for low food bar hint appearing when loading a game in creative mode, usually the tutorial while it saves. Fix to remove the player shadow when invisible option in the host privileges is used. That was pretty funny, because every time I was using invisible and I was trying to troll my friend when we were making a map, I was trying to mess with him, he kept seeing me. He was like, I see you, because he kept seeing me because that problem was always there. Fix for red roses not being generated on the terrain. Fix for paintings being pushed by pistons. I wish I tested that out before I update. I could always delete the update and test that out. Fix so that players who can't eat due to the trust players options being off do not get exhausted. Fix for the interface disappearing after a share to Facebook action. That is the glitch that I used to get the HUD off. Fix to limit the number of slimes, ghast, and silverfish that can be spawned in the world, and I did test this out. Because if you were on easy, normal, or hard difficulty, and you went on creative and generated super flat, there was always tons and tons of slime, so they fixed that, so there's not as many. Fix for the cursor position in creative mode being able to go off screen. I don't remember that. I probably ran into it a couple times but not paid attention. Fix for players showing on map when they should not be after the player dies and respawns. Fix for capes displaying wrongly when sprinting. Fix for capes not displaying in the nether. Didn't test that out. Fix for capes not displaying when the player respawns. Fix for tools taking damage in creative mode. I did not get that problem. Fix for bows don't need or use up arrows in creative mode. That is good, because every time me and my friend were trying to mess around, we would have a bunch of eggs, and then we would have like a little piston thing, so it was really high in the sky, and then the eggs fell. Or not, the eggs didn't fall. We spawned chickens, and the chickens fell. And then when the chickens were falling, we had, what's it called? When the chickens were falling, we had... Crap, I can't think of it. Oh yeah, we had like pistons and stuff, and we had bows and arrows, and we had to have a ton of arrows because so many chickens fell. It was like a little mini game. It was pretty fun. I can do a custom map for that for you guys if you guys want. Reduce the volume of the chest, open and close sound effect. Good thing they fixed that because the chest was pretty loud, which is kind of interesting to see how loud it was. Okay guys, that wraps this up. That was everything that was in the 1.8.2 bug fix update. Hope you guys liked watching the video. Hope you guys learned something about the video. Now you guys got to go jump on Minecraft and get that update. Alright guys, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.